Welcome to vlog number 2, discussing what I'm doing in the off-season as we lead into the next pre-season. Vlog number 1, I talked about sort of the data that I'm taking and analyzing, going through and looking at what the numbers have shown from the season just gone. Now, I'm just working out sort of where we're sitting with certain things with the teams. Data that I'm looking at, what I had to do was go through and sort of clean up what we were given. There was a lot of discrepancy in some of the numbers that were taken, some tags that were put on between trainings and games. Gone through that, and I've also broken it down into games that were played on artificial turf versus games that were played on grass turf. What I'm actually looking at is the intensity, the efforts, the work that was put in, sort of distance, meters per minute, impacts, numbers for first half versus second half, wins versus losses, draws, artificial versus grass surfaces as well. So I can really get a picture of what the players are putting in on the different sort of pitch types and see if there's correlations between wins and losses and draws and the outputs that are coming through via the numbers. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. The next step is to break that down a little bit further, put it into a little bit more of an easy way to understand, so I can then chat to the coach about, how does this correlate with what tactics are and what happened with the games. And that will then allow me to then determine what we're doing in regards to running loads, sprint work, how much distance we're covering, how we're gonna train the team for artificial versus grass grounds, because there are differences in physiological outputs for players on artificial turf versus grass. On grass and with soil, you tend to sink in a lot more, use a lot more muscular action, whereas on artificial, use tenderness. So you need to be a lot more bouncy. The next step is to break out a little bit further and really try and build the picture. At the moment, what I'm doing is getting the data, which provides a framework of understanding, and then we start to color it in and start to really get a picture of what's been going on from the season that's just happened. Thanks for tuning in. Next one will come out sometime this week once I've had those conversations and once I've broken down a little bit further. Hopefully this is giving you a little bit of understanding into what I'm doing, and hopefully this all works and goes the way that we want it to go, which is better outputs this season. See you soon.